Hey there. I tried to do my reading earlier and we had technical difficulties, so I'm back. I already finished the reading I was doing for cartomancy. So I think what I'm going to do is a regular, just straight tarot. The cartomancy one was really interesting. Gave me a lot of information. Cartomancy can be very, very detailed, down to dates, times, everything. You have to have a lot of discipline for cartomancy. People don't realize. All right. On Shalasea Alayana. Spirit. Tell me about there's a message that has to go out. Hardly anybody watches these, so I don't know who it's for. It could just be practice for me, you know? Who knows? But maybe there's somebody out there who needs to hear a certain message. I don't do all the bells and whistles that a lot of people do on their tarot because I don't really do this to be like a YouTube personality or anything like that. So I don't know why I'm being pulled to do stuff on YouTube. I usually keep this very private. And I do prefer face-to-face readings. Find it easier for me to read the energy than this online stuff. You know, I usually need the person with me, or I need something that belongs to them, something I can just touch. Or inshallah, Allah sa. It's doing funny things. One more time. Cards are still a little stiff. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Reversed. As a card that covers you, of all things. I'll do a regular Celtic cross. I try to remember that you're opposite of me. Okay. Page of Pentacles. Someone's trying to juggle their finances, juggle their situation, juggle people. I'm trying to make ends meet, trying to hold on to their stability in what is a tumultuous time. Oshalahiana Hasa. I have two knights here. I have a Knight of Wands and a Knight of Swords. Why do we see these two knights? Knights are messengers, they're action people. Waladiana Hasaya. So they the Knight of Swords is very hasty, impatient. He wants to hurry up and see action happen. He wants a resolution now. Sometimes he acts without thinking. The Knight of Wands also kind of swift, not as swift as this knight. This one's the fastest moving one, but fire. He's on fire to get some stuff done and stuff handled. There's a lot of lust involved. Who are these two knights? I'm curious about that. Oh, I see, keep getting the Knight of Swords. He popped back up again. He will be heard. But I don't think that was intended to show me who crowns you. So who crowns the Seeker? What crowns the Seeker? You need to be more careful with your finances, juggling of finances, juggling of responsibilities. You have a lot going on. So it's crossing me. Need for balance. Here he's again. Now we have the Knight of Wands. Looks like we got a Knight of Wands and a Knight of Swords kind of competing for your attention, each trying to send you messages. The Wands can indicate a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Swords is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You might also want to check where those planets are on your natal chart, right? Because there may be messages or action being taken in the. So your natal chart has the planets, right, that were in the sky, and they fall under a certain house, right? Each house, right, governs an area of your life, whether it be your finances or your mental health or your career or whatever. If you look and see where some of the air signs that I mentioned fall on your natal chart, which you can easily get for free on AstroDeist, there may be a message coming, a swift message coming in those parts of your chart where those planets lie. So, for example, I myself, my North Node is Aquarius, and Aquarius also falls in my career. So there might be a swift, hasty message having to do with my career, my job, whatever. I mentioned a Gemini, which I'm getting strongly. It's a Gemini, not a Gemini. That would be my ascendant. That has to do, it falls under Mars and communication. Swift in communication, something said maybe without thinking, stuff like that. It can be very specific. It's why, a general reading is not going to necessarily resonate with everybody. Sometimes Spirit, has a message for someone in particular who I don't know, who's out there in the YouTube universe, who might come across this at the time that they need to hear it. You know what I mean? That's the, cast your net upon the waters kind of thing. But it's not going to necessarily resonate with all of you. What crowns this person? Nostalgia. What crowns this person is the Six of Cups. What crowns you are your friends, people who love you from childhood, mentors, slightly older friend looking after you, cares about your well-being. You see how he guards he has the big chalice and he feeds it to the younger, but there's an even bigger chalice behind him. In order to get to that chalice, you got to go through him. He's a gatekeeper of sorts. But this brings back childhood love memories, good memories from family, or maybe a childhood sweetheart, maybe someone you worked or did stuff with when you were younger, and you maybe revisiting working with that person again. This is what crowns you. People remember you from childhood. They remember you and love you. People who cared for you remember you. This is the good things about your childhood, the good things about growing up, the good things about family, the nostalgia. This crowns you, this carries you, this is your strength. This will help you get through this need to juggle and this struggle that you might be dealing with now. It might also be a sibling, a sister in particular. I'm getting a best friend, someone who carries you, someone whose memory, it might even be a deceased person whose memory, maybe someone you've been told you take after, carrying you, guiding you, their example, their love. Understand that energy is neither created nor destroyed, right? So they're still here, you know. So I'm going to just put it again the way it would be if it was you. Be like there, right? Ay, ay, ay. For you. Was before a seeker. What's before the seeker? They don't let me do popcorns. Every time I do popcorns, they're like, yeah. Who taught you how to read? You did. Okay. Oh my God. Inshallah yana sea khonira lashi. Hinomala sea ala yana. We have the Eight of Wands, fast moving energy, a recent communication, an email. Eight of Wands. Quick communication. Your past. Were you responding to communications or offers right away without taking pause? Maybe you should have taken pause and thought about it and looked at all the factors before responding. Maybe they're telling you you reacted rather than responded. That's the messaging I'm getting. Allah yana haseya okay. And that's in your recent your past. Okay. You have toxic devil energy trying to say hi. Here he is again. Whoopala, Sword of Truth. Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords. Recently, some truth came out, some truth were revealed, or you faced a truth that maybe was difficult for you to face. Okay. Remember that the Sword of Truth is double-sided, meaning you learn the truth about yourself as well as the truth about the situation or the other person. The truth. Angela Sea Malayana. What is a possible immediate outcome? What is immediate outcome? What is immediate outcome? Short-term immediate outcome, spirit. Allah yana hasola ya shea. All the way down to my toes, yeah. Anshala Sea Allah yana hala. All the way down, I feel it. Head to toe. Anshala Shiola Kolaniana Hala Shea. They're telling me one more time. Okay. Anshala Sala Ayala Hame Shea. Okay. Hey. What have we got? Five of Swords. Not good. Deception. Spirit, what is the outcome? What immediate outcome? Y'all go much faster. I'm not used to it. Immediate outcome. Spirit. Oh, gave me a whole bunch of them. Well, you know what? I'm gonna take them. Usually we take it, but it's 3. So we have the Empress. We have the High Priestess. And we have the Ace of Cups. It's actually not a bad outcome. You're getting a 3-in-1 deal? I'm not sure what this reading is about. It is not a love reading, I don't think. Maybe this energy is one of a sister, a childhood friend, a mother figure, a mother-daughter figure. Was there a separation of a mother-daughter or a sister, sibling, or maybe 2 female friends due to someone being hasty with their words or with their messaging, or a misunderstood message, a misunderstood communication that came swiftly and was responded to decisively? And there's maybe supposed to be a reunion, a reconciliation. Between these 2. High Priestess and an Empress. Both of them really powerhouses in their own right. Is there a reunion meant? I think so. I think both of you may be looking at yourselves, at each of you looking at your part in the situation, and how maybe each person is looking at how they may have been wrong or they could have done better. Yeah, each person is willing to kind of fess up to their part in a conflict. They're estranged, maybe, and there's going to be some kind of reconciliation or reunion. Is it a same-sex union? No, I'm not getting that. I'm getting it's more family. Yeah, there was a communication, an email, a message that was sent, and it was a reaction in haste or a misunderstanding or misreading, or maybe there was a third party involved that misconstrued messaging and it caused a conflict. And now both sides are clearer headed and they're looking at the truth of the situation, and they're realizing how both may have been wrong or may have been in error. Each side is taking an account, searching their heart. They're taking an account of how they could have also been wrong. There's love here. Maybe a reconciliation, although I don't see reconciliation card right now. I just see maybe the realization of how much they love and miss each other. Maybe a better understanding of the other person's position and perspective, although I don't see the Hangman here. I mean, each of them are going through some hardship here with the reverse Wheel of Fortune. And it's causing them to maybe think about how it would be nice to have that support, that mentorship, that love in their life, and they miss them, you know, and they're thinking about how maybe this could have ended differently, or this could have panned out differently. Okay. Each side is doing it. Both of them are equally. And I don't usually take more than one card there, but and notice how they were major arcanas. We have the major arcana, Wheel of Fortune reversed, High Priestess, and Empress. Yeah, there's a lot of love, very loving mother-daughter or sisterhood or friendship. All right. Show me this seeker. Who's the Aquarian? Who's the seeker? Ankala Shola, yeah. Is this someone who wants reconciliation or answers regarding their connection to this family member, friend? I'm getting family, mother figure. Ankala Shola de Nahasea. Okay, Spirit, show me the seeker. Oh, thank you. Magician. Manifestation. Someone trying to manifest this reunion, this meeting. Master Manifester. See, it shows up as up when it should be down, right? Crazy. Shows us up when it should be down. I'm looking at the screen vis-a-vis your stuff. This should be this way. I'm looking at how your screen is so you can see it. So it would be like this if it was in front of you as opposed to in front of me. Opa. They look like this. They look like the opposites. There we go. I got used to that too. Not used to doing stuff on cameras. Like I said, I'm used to face-to-faces. I feel the energy is stronger face-to-face. I don't really... I guess folks are very, very gifted that they can pick up on the energies more distant, or not over technology. And then Ankalashia O Malayana Saya. Okay. Magician. Seeker. It's not the Magician reverse, so. Are you mocking me? Saying, look at you trying to do tarot online? No, there goes the devil trying to pop his head out. Toxicity. Yeah, I see you trying to poke your way out, but that wasn't the card that was meant for this one. What is the environment? The context, the environment. I'm going to turn it. Yeah, it's Magician. Magician, it should face you. Right? Magician, come now. The context, the environment, the energies around you, that you have no control over it. that influences the situation. Anshalasea Omalayana, Sakalia Hadashea, Aliana Makia Lasaya, Unkalashea Lasaya, Aliana Shea Alasaya, Unkalidia Natasoya. I'm sorry, I can't, when they hit, I can't. Unshulakina Alasaya, Anayana Anana Sea. Feel it. Ooh, from my head to my toes. Woof, cha. I remember one time when I was little, it hit me and damn near fell down, knocked me down. Come on, Spirit, help a sister out. Questioner. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Father God. Thank you, Jesus. Allah Shea. Thank you, Yeshua. Allah Shea. Thank you, Yeshua. Someone really needed to hear this. They're very concerned about this break in this relationship with this person. I sense worry, anxiety. It's all right. It's gonna be all right. They're wondering if their daughter is safe. I can't really say that. I can't really delve. But I'm gathering there's some concern that been with the wrong people or unsafe people. I'm gathering. Okay. Deception, or someone snuck off or ran off. Someone's being deceptive. Someone is trying to deliberately got in between mother and daughter, and she perhaps ran off with that person, thinking that person had their best interests, lured away in some way. I'm very sorry. That's ridiculously common and it's so wrong. And keep your focus in prayer on her. Yeah, I hear it. Yeah, I'm praying for her every day. I hear it. Seven of Swords. There's an atmosphere of deception where someone is trying to hide the truth or trying to maybe there is money involved. If they convince this young person to turn from their family, they can somehow get an inheritance or money. We have here hopes and fears is a reverse Queen of Cups. Yeah, very concerned. Somebody's in their feelings and maybe not thinking properly, or they've been emotionally manipulated in some way to not be in contact with their family. I'm getting the Six of Wands reversed and the Page of Wands. Also reversed, yeah, possibly trafficking. I'm very sorry. I'm going to tell you, the Lord is not happy with all of this, with the trafficking. And he's going to lift his hand and this place is going to fall. Okay, until it's addressed. He doesn't want you touching his innocence and his chosen. Touch not my anointed, So, especially young people. Anshalasea Aliyana. So I'm going to ask that bond that maybe is not of God be broken. I'm going to ask for that in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, if this reading is correct. And the bonds and the chain be broken, the truth be revealed. Return the prodigal to their father. Return the prodigal to their mother. Hallelujah. So here we go. This person is on a crossroads. They're trying to make a decision whether to return home. They're thinking about home. They're remembering this energy from that we saw in the Six of Cups. Right now, indecisive, but contemplating the return home. They want to have a happy home life with their family. And when he was still a far way off, his father ran to him. So if they do make a move towards you, the advice is do not immediately judge or be harsh with them. Give them time to come to you on their own and reveal whatever they went through or whatever they may have done. Welcome them with open arms as your father welcomes the prodigals. This person is at a crossroads. They're balancing, they're trying to make a decision. They're having a crisis of conscience. They're balancing two sets of information presented to them as the truth. They don't know which one to believe. And they're balancing it out in their head, trying to figure out for themselves what the best solution or situation is or what they should do. They're going to keep this person and their family in prayer. Okay. But the outcome seems to be the 10. I believe that your daughter is going to be returned. She's going to return on her own to you. She's going to return. She's going to be found. She's going to be returned. And you're going to be able to get help and then repair your family. That is what the outcome seems to be from the cards. Remember, these are cards, and that we all have free agency, and each person's situation has free agency and makes their own choices. And the trajectory that can change at any moment. You know, somebody can make a decision to change the timeline. You know, the cards can't do anything but tell you what the current energies are and warn you of any possible pitfalls or give you advice. You know, at the end of the day, no one can really tell your future but you. You have free agency. You decide your future. Every day you make a choice. Every second you make a choice. Okay? I'm going to pull, even though I don't usually, I'm going to pull angel card for this one. I'm going to ask the angels what their advice through the angel number cards, angel number messages. What advice, what wisdom do you have for this seeker who's concerned about this daughter? I'm hearing Pearl Jam. Don't call me daughter, it's not fair to. The picture kept will remind me. The good thing is that people are being willing to admit where they may have been errant, they may have been wrong, they may have made a wrong decision, you know, and they're willing to work together, maybe in counseling or with your pastor, your spiritual advisor, work on those issues. If you're consistent on that, you know, there's going to still be rough times, but you'll be able to work through it. It is a process, but as long as everybody's honest and willing to admit where they may have been wrong, we're going to be good. And that is what the cards seem to be pointing to. Okay. A lot of people doing a whole mess of soul searching. I have number 6. Your heart is your gift. You are a natural born nurturer and have a great talent for helping and healing others. You're the epitome of self-sacrifice and a protector of those you love. I am nurturing. You have been, and then you have number 11. You have keen awareness of what is happening around you. A strong intuition is your gift and will help you understand the unspoken feelings and thoughts of others. This insight allows you to be a great guide and supporter. I am intuitive. Don't harden your heart. Don't use tough love in this situation. Don't harden your heart. Trust your intuition. Don't be afraid to make yourself a little vulnerable in this situation. When the prodigal returns, nurture, don't punish. There'll be time for each person to go over their stuff. Give them time. I'm staying silent, waiting to see if there's any other messages coming in on this situation from Spirit. No, I'm not getting any other messaging. I'm hearing the name Anna, Anne. Martha, Margaret. I'm hearing a woman saying, I love you, like almost like very soft, I love you. And when he was still yet a far way off, his father ran to meet him. You might want to read, if you, not everyone reads of the Bible. We all have different beliefs that help us get by. And I don't dictate to anyone which belief system to use ever. But I keep getting referred back to the parable of the prodigal son. If you do have access to a Bible, you might want to read that particular passage. It's about the unconditional love that God has for us, likens it to a father who's been worried about his son who's gone off and was running the streets and comes upon hard times and returns home. You know, and rather than being greeted with punishment, he's feasted, and God is so happy that he's returned, that they're reconciled, that there's no punishment, there's just open arms, there's just love, there's just acceptance, and they'll worry about that stuff later. You know, accepting where you're at in this moment. And being guided to tell you to read that story, even if it's not necessarily your belief. Like maybe there's some strength in that story that can be gathered for you. Onshalasea alnalakiana hashea. Omaliana hasalakiana shea pomalanda. Hokonia halashea omalanda. Let your daughter know that she's always welcome and safe to come home. Harsh words get spoken or sent. Okay, that happens. We hurt the ones we love, sometimes very deeply. Are we willing to work on that? And if all sides are willing to work on that, then there's a chance for reconciliation. All right. I'm going to pray protection over this young person and over your family. And I'm going to pray it in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach. That's all I got. I don't know who this message is for, but apparently someone needed a message. I hope this helps you. She isn't as far from you as you think. Don't approach her. Don't approach her. Just pray. An approach might actually put her in danger. Just know that she's remembering you. She's remembering the good times. The fog is lifting. She's thinking about coming home. She's torn. She's balancing the stuff in her head. You know, keep praying for her. All right. Take care. Stay blessed, family. Hold your family and your children close. We're in dark times.